I didn't even mean to wear this shirt.
But if you close your eyes.
Hey guys, it's Brooke. So I'm sorry if there's a glare on my glasses. Hopefully it's not too bad, but I literally can't see without them, and I'm out of contacts. But anyways, today I'm going to be doing a very requested video, which is everything you should know about Summit, or D2 Summit, or International Summit. They're all Summit, all the same thing. I've been to Summit twice, and they were both incredible experiences. Before I went to Summit the first time, I was so confused on what it was going to be like, what I should bring, what I should wear. So I'm going to answer like just the basic questions that I had for you guys, so I hope this is helpful. So the first question that me and my mom had was, how are we going to get to place to place? Most people fly, so you don't have like your car with you, obviously, so a lot of people rent a car because that's pretty convenient, but it can also be expensive. But when I went with a team, what most people did was just take the Disney shuttles. The shuttles go to a bunch of hotels, they go to all the resorts, all the parks, the ESPN Center, which is where you compete. They go all around like Orlando, so that is definitely an option depending on where you're staying. And then also Florida has Uber, and they also have taxis, and there's a lot of both of those because it's Orlando. A lot of people there go to visit, and a lot of people don't have cars, so Uber and taxis are very, very common, and that's a really good mode of transportation if you don't want to rent a car. Next question that I personally had was, what do I wear? Obviously on the days you're actually competing, wear your uniform. When it comes to the Disney parks, honestly, wear whatever you want. I usually wore like jean shorts and a tank top because it's hot. Some people wear, you know, their practice wear. Some people like wear a really cute romper. It really doesn't matter. If you want to get cute pictures, which I know a lot of people do, then dress cute, but don't dress like super uncomfortable. And then comfortable shoes, because you walk a lot at Summit. A lot. Like throughout the entire ESPN Center you walk a lot because it's huge. You also walk a lot at the parks, so definitely wear like, I would say like tennis shoes, honestly. One of the biggest questions I had was, what do I bring? And my gym put out like a packing list, which I know a lot of gyms do that, but obviously they don't have everything on there. They just have what you need. So obviously bring your uniform, your practice wear, everything you would bring to a normal cheer competition. I would also definitely recommend bringing a poncho or a rain jacket, sunscreen, sunglasses, a hat, because Florida weather, it's either gonna rain or it's gonna be really sunny and hot. I got sunburned both years. The first year I got sunburned really bad on my shoulders, and I couldn't even wear my backpack on my shoulders. Putting on my uniform hurt so bad. So bring sunscreen, wear sunscreen. Even if you have a spray tan, wear it anyways, it won't mess it up. Also, in case you do get sunburned, I would bring like aloe vera or something like that, and I would also bring like Advil and just like other medication in case you need it. My first year of Summit, there was like 31 girls on our team or something like that, and like 5 or 6 got sick, like really sick that weekend. So bring medicine just in case. I say this for every competition, but bring a portable charger, especially when you're going to the parks. I would recommend bringing a portable charger, and to the competition bring a portable charger because you don't want your phone to die. Both years I went to Summit, me and pretty much every girl at my gym and most of the cheerleaders you see there wear fanny packs. I know a lot of teams have like team fanny packs, but like those are really the easiest thing to bring to the park because you can just like put it around your waist. And last year it fit like my GoPro, sunscreen, a portable charger. I think I brought like a Ziploc bag in case I went on a water ride, which I would also recommend bringing the Ziploc. I know that sounds really extra, but like bring a Ziploc bag in case you go on a water ride, you don't want your phone to get wet. It fit my selfie stick, which actually aren't allowed in the parks, so don't bring those. They're not allowed. If you've been to a travel competition, pretty much just bring what you would bring to that, and then bring what you would bring to Disney World. With where you'll stay, I know a lot of athletes stay in the Disney resorts, but I also know that those fill up really, really fast. So some people I know have stayed in houses, Airbnbs, hotels. I was kind of confused as to like what the resort would be like, but it's basically kind of like, it looks like a bunch of different little like kind of apartment complexes, but they're a lot smaller than apartment complexes, and they're set up just like they look like hotel rooms, but they're usually kind of themed. And so I stayed both years at like Alligator Bayou. You have like the little complexes, and then you have like a dining hall, you have like a place to check in, a big like lake or a pond or something that connects a lot of resorts, and downtown Disney. Okay, so now I'm gonna kind of walk through like the schedule. At least mine, it varies from person to person. Depends on if you're an international summit wildcard or not. I think it's still that wildcard is Friday, prelims are Saturday, finals are Sunday. My schedule was pretty much the same both years. We got there like Thursday evening, and then me and my mom, I was with my mom my first year, took the shuttle that goes from the airport to the resort because Orlando has a bunch of like shuttles and buses that just connect to everything. And then we checked in, and that is when you get your magic band, which is your room key. Let me actually see if I have one. Okay, I have 3. I don't really remember why I have 3. Oh, this is Lauren's, that's why. But these are your magic bands, you wear them on your wrist. This is like, you scan it like that, and that's how you get into your room. This is also how you get into the parks, also how you get into the ESPN Center. So always have your magic band with you. You can also connect money to it and buy things with this on the resort. So I would 100% recommend that. Just to cut in really fast, with the resort there is dining halls if you do stay at a resort, and you can get a meal card. My first year, my mom and I both got a meal card, and it was 3 meals a day and like 3 snacks a day or something like that, and it was way too much. Like, we did not need that much. Personally, I wouldn't recommend getting a meal card. I would just recommend using cash, which you can put on your magic band and treat it kind of like a debit card. After we checked in and got our magic band and everything, we just kind of relaxed. I think my team had a team dinner that night. And Friday morning, go to, I think it's the Coronado, again it might have changed, but you go to a building where you register. Last year I went about around 8 o'clock on Friday morning, and there was no one there. And I know the year before that there was like this huge line, and it was insane. So I think the location kind of changes. I do remember now that I'm talking about it that the first year I went and the second year I went, it wasn't in the same location, but that should be information that your coach or your gym should give you. So you basically go check into Summit, and you get your athlete lanyard, which I also got out, which looks like this. I also tied my magic band onto this sometimes. You wear this pretty much everywhere. You don't have to wear it to the parks, but a lot of people did. This just says you're an athlete. You wear this to the ESPN Center before you compete. That's just like your check-in. You also get like an envelope that says like your check-in information. So yeah, you have to check in for Summit. Sometimes there's a crazy line. I would go really early in the morning so that there's not. And the rest of Friday before we had practice was kind of our fun day. So we got to go to the parks. This is also wild card day, but we didn't compete wild card. So we kind of got a fun day. I know a lot of gyms, you get there the day before so that you have time to go to the parks, because I mean, you are in Disney World. But then like late afternoon we had our practice. All of our Summit teams had practice except for the teams that were competing in wild card. You will almost definitely have an outdoor practice, so just prepare for that, you know, wear sunscreen and just be prepared for that. Saturday is prelims. No one at my gym is allowed to go to the parks before we compete, which I agree with. You go to a competition, check into the ESPN Center using your magic band. There's a bunch of different buildings. It's almost like its own resort. There's a bunch of like food trucks. It's a really cool center. There's the HP Fieldhouse. Most teams go over to the ESPN Center together or meet outside of it. You warm up, you compete, and then unlike most other competitions, you then have finals reveals. Sometimes it's 10 minutes after you compete, sometimes it's hours after you compete, and you go to finals reveals. And finals reveals, they call out every individual team, and every single team in your division sits on one mat. Last year, they fit, like, because there wasn't wild card, 42 small senior 4 teams on one cheer mat. It was insane. Finals reveals, not gonna lie to you guys, so stressful. My first year we made finals, and we were the first team that they called, so I wasn't like dealing with those nerves. Last year we made finals. I did not think we were going to, and we did make it to finals. We were like the third to last team to be called, so it was so nerve-wracking. I'm very lucky that both years I made finals. So for me, the Sunday of Summit, we, you know, do the same thing as Saturday. We go to finals, we compete, and then you have awards, which is also really neat. Even though we placed 9th and 10th at Summit the years I went, I really enjoyed awards. And then you cry and say goodbye to your team. If you do not make finals, it is sad, but the next day you get to go to the parks and you get to go support maybe other teams from your gym, but it's still a fun experience. My first year I went to Summit, my mom and I stayed an extra day and kind of treated it as my senior trip. So we got there Thursday night, we left Tuesday afternoon. Last year when I went, I got there Thursday night and then left Monday night. If you have other questions or your parents have other questions, I would definitely say ask athletes and parents that have been to Summit before, because they're gonna know better than anyone else. So I think that is all. Again, if you guys have any other questions, comment them down below and I'll reply to you. I really hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you're going to the Summit, you're gonna have so much fun and good luck, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye!